Sometimes people accumulate stocks over the years, and before they know it, they've got many, many stocks in their account. Then as they get older, sometimes they want to simplify things and they don't want to manage individual stocks anymore. They would rather have ETFs. So in this video, what we're going to do is upload some holdings to ChatGPT and see if it can analyze the different stocks, determine what sectors they're in, and then come back with some ETFs that we could invest in instead. I've not done this yet. I'm just going to show you straight away what's happening and how to do it. So let's take a look. Here's a spreadsheet listing out the different holdings that are going to be uploaded to ChatGPT. And we can see that the stocks include some famous ones like Apple, Berkshire Hathaway, GE, Amazon. There are some technology stocks and quite a few financial stocks. And then some other like consumer discretionary like Chipotle, Walmart, things like that. American Airlines. When I load up these holdings into my financial planning software, it gives us an idea for what sectors the current holdings are in. In the gray shaded bars are the current holdings in this account. And then in the blue shaded bars are the market index. These stocks have far more overweight in financial services and industrials, but some of the other ones, they have less than the index. So once we ask ChatGPT to make recommendations on how to switch over from stocks to ETFs, I want to see this chart looking pretty similar to how it is now. I'm using the O3 model, which you can get if you pay for the Plus version. I will upload a spreadsheet containing investments in an account. I would like you to review them, determine what sector they are in, and develop an alternative set of holdings that matches as best as possible the sectors of the current holdings. I want the alternative set of holdings to be fewer than the number of holdings in the original. I expect the alternative holdings to be ETFs. All right, let's upload this and see what happens. I did notice in here just now that one of these stocks uploaded is actually an ETF. It's the QQQ NASDAQ Trust. So we'll see if that complicates matters. Okay, it took 1 minute and 7 seconds. It has determined the different sectors from the holdings. Financials, 31%, IT, 23%. If we switch back to our little sector chart, does it look like financials would be a third of its portfolio? Yeah, look at that, 32%. According to this other software, ChatGPT says 31.3, pretty close. Infotech, ChatGPT says it's 23.7. The other software, quite a bit different, 29.4. So it's a little bit off, a little bit different, I should say. Industrials, 12%. That's pretty close, within 0.5%. So it's pretty close, you know, it's not exact. It's different. It's taking its data from different places, probably. It's come back with a list of 9 ETFs to replace the 24 holdings in the original upload. So let's take a look at what it came back with. First one is VTI, that's the Vanguard Total Stock Market ETF. Then it's come back with the more specific holdings, the Information Technology ETF, 23.7%, Financial ETF, the XLF for 31.3%, and on down. This is kind of cool. It has some tweaks if you would prefer to change this up for specifically where you have your investments, either Vanguard ETFs or iShares ETFs. You can put a maximum number of funds on there for it to use and minimize things down even more. That's really good. We should try that one. All right, I'm going to download this workbook and see what it's got for us. So suggested weights and current allocations now. I'm going to turn this into number of shares and then re-upload it to the financial planning software and see if there's a difference. So this is the new version right here. Technology stocks at 29.6. Financial services at 32.2. How is that different from the previous one? So that looks very similar. This is before, and this is after. Before, after, before, and after. It's really, really close, isn't it? ChatGPT is amazing at what it can do. It can simplify your investment holdings in 1 minute and 7 seconds. That's something I get asked to do a lot as a financial planner. People come in with lots and lots of holdings and want me to figure out how to simplify it. Well, there you go. ChatGPT can do it. Bad news for financial planners like myself. But yeah, ChatGPT taking jobs, that's a whole nother story, right? So that's another video, but it's going to be crazy. What we could do too is we could push it a little farther and see if it could narrow things down even more to 5 ETFs. Let's give that a try. Redo the analysis, but this time do not reallocate the QQQ. Reallocate the other holdings into a maximum of 4 ETFs. That's a total of 5 ETFs, including QQQ. Let's see what it can do. If you're a fast reader, you could read it. It is not there for very long, so it goes by pretty quickly. But it does tell you the strategy that it's going to use, and then it goes through its calculations, and then it comes back with its results. I'm wondering how accurate is it going to be, because it's been minutes that it's been working on this. Okay, it's back. Wow, 6 minutes and 16 seconds. That's the longest I've ever seen. Apparently, trying to take 24 holdings and put them into 5 was not that easy. Of course, it's still really fast. It's only 6 minutes, right? But anyway, here we go. What does it come back with? Here's a streamlined 5 ETF substitute that keeps QQQ untouched, then uses just 4 more funds to replicate the rest of the account sector mix as close as practical. All right, so now that we have the results from ChatGPT, I'm going to go back and enter this new 5 ETF portfolio into my financial planning software and see how does it compare to either of the previous 2 account reallocations. All right, here is the results for the 5 fund portfolio shown in the financial planning software, where the gray bar is the client holdings and then the blue bars are the market index. So let's switch back to the original look and see how it looks overall. Consumer cyclical before, you'll remember, was a little bit higher than the market index, and it's pretty equal now. So that's changed a little bit. Let's see, communication services, that's a little bit different as well. But overall, you can see that it's pretty similar to the after. So there you go. ChatGPT was able to take Excel of 24 different stocks, narrow it down to 9 funds that were very, very close in sector weighting to the original allocation. And then it took a little bit more time, but he was able to then go down from 9 funds to 5 funds and still be pretty close. So it's amazing what it can do. I hope you enjoyed the video. Please leave a comment down below and let me know what you've done with ChatGPT. Are you amazed? Are you scared? How do you feel about it? And also, please consider subscribing to the channel. And of course, I will see you next time. Thank you.